Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks on Thursday, June 24th, 2021, State of our World. Thank you for being with us. The coronavirus is still with us. Some of the headlines are kind of revealing. The New York judge has dismissed New York City law banning chokeholds. New York State Supreme Court judge has sided with the New York City Police Union, striking down a city council law passed last year which banned chokeholds and other violent restraints. The law was passed amid nationwide protest following the police murder of George Floyd. New York still had a statewide ban on chokeholds. But I guess it's not applicable in New York City. New York City had another fatality due to chokehold by the New York City police. Eric Garner, Staten Island, was murdered a few years ago for selling cigarettes. And a police officer held him down, and he kept saying he can't breathe, but they continued to harass him. And eventually he died. I believe he died at the hospital. So, New York City police, not good. Also, the Brazil environment minister has stepped down. Police attack indigenous activists in Brasilia. The environmental minister resigned amid a federal investigation into his ties to illegal logging in the Amazon rainforest. But environmental activists say the situation is unlikely to improve since this guy, Salas, will be replaced by another guy who previously advised the farming lobby. This comes as Brazilian riot police fired tear gas and rubber bullets at indigenous activists in Brasilia who are protesting new bills that would weaken protections for indigenous land, opening them up to agricultural and mining interests. Well, as I said before, the meek shall inherit the earth, and Brazil's time as a persecutor of the indigenous people will end sometime soon, I hope. Bolsonaro is the dictator of Brazil, and the Amazon is like the lungs of the planet. So I'm confident that hopefully Bolsonaro will not win re-election, and then they'll get good people in to rule the country, because he ignored the coronavirus completely. He's a real Trumper. Okay. Now, the Supreme Court has cut off union organizers' access to farm workers in major defeat for organized labor. Another Supreme Court decision this Wednesday ruled 6-3 that a California labor law violated the constitutional rights of property owners by giving union organizers access to workers on privately owned farms during their work breaks. The ruling strikes down a crucial part of the landmark 1975 labor law that was the nation's first to recognize agricultural workers' rights to collective bargaining. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote for the majority. The access regulation grants labor organizations the right to invade the grower's property. It's a devastating blow to United Farm Workers. In a statement, the union said the Supreme Court ruling makes a racist and broken farm labor system even more unequal for farm workers. This decision denies workers the right to use breaks to freely discuss whether they want to have a union. The 6 justices on the Supreme Court, including Roberts, who voted to violate California labor law, not uphold California labor law, I hope they get to work in the fields and they'll see what it's like. They're real idiots. So, I hope the farmers win out. They're the ones who are feeding us during the pandemic. And now you're going to deny them the right to, in their breaks, to work on forming a union? All right. Now, Reverends Jesse Jackson and William Barber were arrested at nonviolent protest against Senate filibuster. In Washington, D.C., several civil rights leaders, including Reverends Jesse Jackson and William Barber is famous for the Poor People's March, Moral Mondays, were arrested Wednesday at a nonviolent protest outside the U.S. Senate as they demanded West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin and other lawmakers abolish the filibuster to pass a major voting rights bill and other legislation. Their protest came a day after all 50 Republican senators blocked the For the People Act from advancing. The bill would restore the protections of 1965 Voting Rights Act, which was gutted by the Supreme Court 8 years ago. And Reverend Barber says yesterday's party-line vote to kill debate on the For the People Act certified that we already know McConnell's obstructionist caucus as politically mean, extreme, regressive, and anti the Constitution, anti the very Constitution they swore to uphold. I totally agree. Okay, now, how about some other things happening? Now, President Biden pledges to provide the police with funding to curb gun violence, but activists call for community investment instead. Then Senator Merkley of Oregon believes in the Voting Rights Act and why the filibuster must go, because we need infrastructure to address climate change. So hopefully, we will do better. This filibuster. I don't know. The filibuster was not really meant to do what it's been doing, but it's there. And I don't know what can be done. The minority shouldn't be able to block progress. Okay. Now, how about a little music? Yesterday we sang, I think it was All Day, All Night. Let me do a check and find out. All right, let's continue on. I think I have a song. The little song I wrote, I'm still working on it. Let's see how it goes. Dark blue sky, white clouds, how pretty they are. The white clouds are floating on a canvas of blue, like the blue ocean and the white caps. The tides roll in and the tides roll out, building the waves higher and higher. The surfers on the beach are watching the waves, waiting for the big one before they go out. The surfboards are ready, they're sitting on the sand. Dark blue sky, white clouds, how pretty they are. Okay, that's it. Thank you for joining us this evening of Thursday, June 24th, 2021 for another meeting of Caroline Speaks State of the World. Hope you're back with us again tomorrow. And in the meantime, take care of yourself and others. Stay safe. Only out when you have to. Practice social distancing. Wear a mask. When the vaccine is available for you, it's safe for you to take it. I would take it. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe. See ya.